Thanks for joining me and pushing play on this video. In this lesson, I am going to explain the difference between two different types of videos that we need to be creating for virtual learning. These two different types of videos, I am going to start calling progress check video and an ISO video. Progress check is meant to be an opportunity to see how you're doing in a specific part that you're working on. If it's a singing part or guitar, or bass, or drums, that's going to just be something that should get some feedback to see how you're doing. A isolated part video or ISO video is going to be the final product that you send for that project. And the main difference between the two is what can be heard on the audio of those videos. A prog video should have the sound of the instrument that you're playing along with the sound of the track you're playing with, which means you wouldn't be using earbuds. An ISO video is only of the sound of the instrument or part you're singing on the audio, so you would have to be using earbuds so that you could still play along and be in time, but the audio of the video of the ISO video is only your instrument or only your singing part. What's really important, first of all, is you learn your part. Work on your part, practice along with the track that I send you, or if it's an exercise in jamming, maybe with a blues track that I created, make a video of you jamming with the blues track so that I can see what you're doing and give you feedback on that. Video technology and audio is pretty advanced these days. Ideally, you have an iPhone or an Android smartphone in order to record the video. That should be plenty for you to capture that and send it to me. And also it makes it really easy because you can just text it to me or you can send it in an email from there. Because the video's already on there, you can just send it right over to me right away. And when I get it, I can download it and use it the way I need to use it. What's really important is the positioning. Now, ideally, when you're taking video, you want to have some sort of a thing, if you have access to it, that holds your phone for it. I have this little guy that I picked up at Walmart for like $4, and my iPhone fits right into its sort of makeshift mouth, and I'm able to position this on my desk or wherever. I use an extra microphone stand, which you may or may not have access to that. The main thing, though, is that you don't just let it go and put the phone too close to your instrument because that's the easiest thing. You want it to be actually kind of farther away from your instrument because that's going to give us a better angle. If I want to use the video for some reason and I need to edit it, it's better to have more of a frame to work with because I can crop all this stuff out. But if it's too close, like it's up here, I can't do anything with that. It's just going to be close and that's all I got, and I can't do very much with the editing part of that. The other thing that you need to bear in mind is that with the positioning of your phone, which is recording not just the video but the audio, is that's going to make a big difference on what's sounding from the video that you send as well. Let me explain. If I just play the keys on my keyboard, those are the keys on my keyboard without the keyboard being on. If your phone video recorder, let's say, is too close to the keyboard and the volume of the keyboard is too low, then you're gonna hear more clicking of the keys and not enough of the keyboard itself. Too close. So the way that you remedy this this potential issue, is that you set up your phone a little farther away, and that's going to help give us a bigger frame to work with. And also, you turn your instrument up a little bit so that it's more of the sound of the instrument itself that you want to produce, rather than the clicking of the instrument. Same thing with guitar. If your phone is too close to the guitar and the amp isn't loud enough, it's going to be a lot of the sound of the strings. too close, rather than the sound that you want the guitar to be producing from the amplifier. See how you can mostly hear the strings? It's too close. So it would work better for your phone/camera to be a little bit farther away and the volume of the amplifier being louder so that it's more of the sound that you want rather than the sound of the strings themselves. So if you're a singer and you're creating a singing part, it actually works better for your recording device to be a little farther away as well. I just died in your arms tonight. It's too close. When you're singing, you want to project because you want that volume to be nice and full and strong. It's going to sound better that way rather than just singing at a lower volume because you're close to the camera/phone. I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said. See, this is a distance away, projecting nice and loud. Should have walked away. And you're very visible when you're singing, so do your best to try to at least show that you're into it and having a good time. And it's gonna make your voice actually sound better if you're moving your mouth a lot more and you're allowing the sound to come out rather than singing at a lower volume with the camera closer to you. So keep all this stuff in mind when you're positioning and don't be afraid to experiment with how you can get it to work. Even if you have to set up the phone on a dresser or something like that, there's a lot of different ways you can set it up and put like a coffee mug in front of it, but not in front of the camera part so that the camera is still exposed. It could work a little bit better because you can set up the phone at a slight angle, and as long as the camera is not covered up, then you should be good to go. Just experiment and try to get the best angle. So when you're ready to make a video to send to me, you need to have two devices. You have the one that you're recording yourself with, and you have another device to play the track that you're playing along with. And that could be an old iPhone or an iPod if you're old like me, or it could be a laptop, something like that that has some sort of a speaker set up on it so that you can produce the sound that you're playing along with while also playing on your instrument. The first video I'm going to talk about is the progress check video, or let's say prog check video for short. That's just to see where you are with your part. On that one, you do need to make it so that the track you're playing along with is audible on your video at the same time as what you're playing on your instrument. So the way that we're going to do that is that you have to have your primary phone, the one that you're recording yourself with, and you have another device to play the track that you're playing along with. The track you're playing along with on this prog vid needs to be audible, so you wouldn't be wearing earbuds or headphones. So position your second device somewhere that's kind of close to the phone that's recording your video and audio, but also in a position where you can actually hear it and play along with it at the same time. That's why some sort of speaker is necessary on your second device, so that the track you're playing along with can be heard on the video you send me. That way it puts it in context and I can hear your part along with the track at the same time. You need to send it to me with the audio playing out loud so that I could compare it really quick. If you just send it to me as an ISO video, then it doesn't really put it in context and it's hard for me to know where you are and what you're doing. Just experiment with it, and of course, before you send it to me, listen to it. Watch the video. Be open to checking out how you're playing and how it sounds, and see if you could hear a balance of what you're playing and the track that you're playing along with. And then send it on over to me. I want to see what you got, and I'll give you some feedback. So the deal with the ISO video, it's kind of a similar thing. First of all, you want to make sure that the camera angle works really, really well. Make sure you have a really good camera angle so that, again, you have a lot of space for me to work with up here so that I can cut out stuff as I need to make it work with the other videos and the panels that I do. The difference is that you're gonna wanna use some earbuds or some headphones. The audio recording on the ISO vid needs to be only your instrument or your singing part. That's why you're wearing the earbuds, so that you can follow the tempo and the arrangement of the song and stay in line with how that works along. And it's only your part, which makes it easier for me to mix later with everybody else's part. The other thing is that I'm starting with a clap check. And that's just like those clickers that people use in the movies. That's how they sync up the audio and the video together. I'm doing the same sort of thing when I'm putting these videos together. You can hear me doing the voice coaching on the audio on the practice track when I send it to you guys. Follow that to give us a clap check so we can find a place to line it up. I will every time do that and go, here comes the clap. 1, 2, ready, and clap. That's how I line them up. So the ISO video is important because it's only you playing your part. And you have to make sure that you're lining up as best you can with the audio track that I sent you. And the reason that we do that is because we need to follow the tempo together. That's how we keep the tempo together so it stays lined up. That way, I can take the audio from your ISO vid and mix it with the ISO vids of your bandmates and get the best overall mix when I put them all together. So you have to use earbuds or earphones. You can perform your part while you're listening to the track, and then I line them up later. So same sort of thing. Make sure it's in a good position. Maybe I dressed a little bit nice for this video, so maybe dress a little bit nice because I'm gonna show you. And check the lighting. Make sure the lighting works good. Make sure it's not too dark or not too bright. Another thing, this isn't as important with the progress video, but the ISO video, make sure that you're setting it up in landscape. It makes it a lot easier for me to put it in the videos together. All right? Just to summarize, to be really clear, the progress vid is of you playing along with the track without earbuds or headphones, so that the audio on the video you're sending me is of your part along with the reference track or the play along track. And you don't have to include the clap at the beginning. On an ISO vid, it's only your part, but you have to be listening to the audio that I send you, the track that I send you, so you stay in line with the tempo and the arrangement. So you will be wearing earbuds or headphones, and you should include the clap at the beginning so I can use that clap check to line everybody's parts up. So those are my suggestions. That's what you need to do. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for joining me and watching this video, and good luck. Have fun. See you next time. Peace.